Hello everybody, I'm LEGO Separator and welcome back to another LEGO video. Today, as I slide my LEGO Separator out away from the screen, we are going to be looking at a game set thing. Okay, so it's going to be set number 3865 from LEGO Games, and it was released in 2012. It's called City Alarm. Well, that's what the name I have here. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's hope that this isn't like the last game video that spooky things happened. Let's just hope that everything is going to be perfectly fine. So here she is, the LEGO City game over here called City Alarm, catching escaped criminals all over the city with two little police officers over there. So let's go over the characters first before we have a look at the game board over here on how it plays. So first of all, we have two of these little police micro figures. Let's shine the light over here. They're done in black with some sort of like police minifigure style details on them. They've got the golden badge on one side and the little radio headsets too, as well as some zips. They even got a tiny little belt on the legs, which is pretty wonderful and unique. They also have these little radio intercoms attached to their faces over here. Attached to their faces? No, these things are attached to ears. And they're done in the base color of black. Now, we have 4 criminals. Sort of like 4 against 2 police officers. But anyway, these ones are done differently in white, but with the same sort of LEGO City prison design at that time, with some dark grey stripes across the torso. They even have the little buttons and little identification numbers. These things are really detailed. They've got some dark grey legs, sort of half printed on those white base color legs. And they even have the cheeky expressions of little prisoners. So as for the game board over here, it's made to be like a city, and it's rather unique shaped. We've got a sort of rectangular section over here, and over here at the ocean, we have these large blue wedge pieces jutting out to just give us that little port side feeling a little bit. It's approximately 23 centimeters in length and 17 in greatest width, although it is done rather crookedly anyway. But anyway, having a look at the board over here, we've got plenty of these light grey jumper plates to be the streets of the city. We've got plenty of them running around, and we also have some white ones as well patched in between. For instance, like over here, there's one where this criminal is standing over here, and here another one with police. So these white spots, I do believe, are supposed to represent like underground train stations. And speaking of train stations, that brings us to the very unique way of playing this game. Fortunately, I do know. Here we have little blocks. These are like little 2x2 bricks with tiles on them, and they have the numbers of the dice printed onto them. However, they're not put on a dice. They're put on these bricks, and to move one of the people over here, we turn these bricks face down and mix them up, and then we randomly choose a brick. For instance, like I picked out 1, so I move whatever micro figure I'm being 1. Now, this is a game for 2 teams, which means that we have a team for the police officers and we have a team for the criminals. They could be 1v1 play, or as well could be a team-up strategy game. Like I could invite some friends over, and 2 of us will be the prisoners running around, the crooks, and the other 2 will be like the police officers working together. Now, the good thing about this strategy over here is that once you have a number flipped over, that number is not anywhere over here. So you can, for instance, like say, okay, I'm going to flip some of these over. So that means like this one could be a 4, a 6, or a 2. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Now, you may have noticed that also we have all 6 numbers over here of the dice. We also have this special print over here with the train sort of tube. It looks like an underground train logo from London or something like that. But anyway, this means, what does this mean? This means that you can move one of your people over to one of the empty white patches of train stations or something like that, like shortcuts. Now, before we move on to the details on the game board over here. We also have a few other builds. One of them is this prison cell over here, done really nicely. It's made with a very large tile piece, so the bottom is flat, and that's for putting prisoners inside there. We also have this little police helicopter stuck on the top over here with this little bar. That's gonna become functional later on, but before that, it's missing piece time! Yeah, one of these white feather pieces that are used to stylize the side of the helicopter. I couldn't find the one for this side, so just bear with me. However, you get to see the little blue siren attached there, so yeah, so overall a nice little helicopter build. Oh yeah, and we also get this special blue piece over here, this 2x2 brick done in trans blue to be the siren at the top of the police/prison station. So the aim of the game, finally we get to the game, the aim of the game is that for the police officers, they need to catch all the crooks and put them into jail. That's the police's aim. However, the criminals win by stealing 12 stacks of money. And where do we get those 12 stacks of money? That's because we do have 12 stacks of money over here. These are the little printed $100 bills that is so popularly used in LEGO. They're stuck onto a 1x2 base plate to be more like a stack. And we have 12 of them. This is a bonkers amount of money. So on the criminals go, if they move to the side, get it, one of the north, south, east, west sides, not diagonal, of a building, for instance like this lighthouse, or maybe in front of this bagel store over here, they get to roll the dice. Yes, there's also a dice over here. Trust me, this is the last bit of this set that I need to show you, and that is this dice. And the criminals, the criminal team roll the dice to see what happens when they're adjacent to a building. So for instance, if they roll this over here, this little printed tile with the police helicopter printed onto there, that is an alarm. They set off the alarm, and the police side of the game can move their helicopter onto one of the buildings, and that building cannot be robbed by any of the criminals. But think wisely, because putting where a criminal has just tried to steal from a building might not be the best idea. You might want to catch it. Again, the strategy of how many places they can move also helps with that. But anyway, I'm talking too long about this. We also have two of these 2 stacks of money printed tiles. Well, a lot of printed tiles today. And that means that the criminals steal 2 stacks of money. They get to get 2 stacks of money into their little bank account that they robbed from the building. So you can pretend, oh, they crept in, didn't manage to set off any alarm, and managed to escape with a lot of money. However, we also have these partitioned tiles with a police helicopter and 1 stack of money. And that means they managed to steal 1 stack of money, but they also alerted the police officers as well. So now that we've gone over everything in the game, and of course you can find some instruction booklets as well if you want to slowly read about how exactly to play, now we can actually concentrate on the map over here. So just gonna quickly take these people out so we can have a closer look. So the first and favorite part of this is the lighthouse over here on the edge, made simply with some round bricks and a little rounded ball element at the top as well to be the top of the lighthouse. And that has street pavements going all the way around here with 1 train station, and it looks like a little brown bit here as well to be like the dock. We also have a little brown bit here too as well. Now over here, one of the buildings is a bagel store, I believe, or maybe a bakery or something like that. It's done in yellow with some trans black colored pieces there. We're going to see a lot of that trans black, and we have one of these tasty bagel pieces from the LEGO department. Now over here we have a spot where the police start, because it has a little printed tile over there saying police, but it also dual functions as a train station. And speaking of which, looking at this pavement over here, we've got a side of like a dockside walk over here, or a promenade or something like that. Now moving over here to this side of the city, we've got a little house and a little coffee shop over there. How do I know it's a coffee shop? Because it's got a little red coffee mug that LEGO City love to use. It's made with some brown ribbed piece over there and some trans white pieces for the shop windows. Now this house is definitely something to be admired. Just look at the little detail build over here. We've got a door made with this brown brick. Placed aside to this coffee shop over here is pretty well done. And we have some windows in the sides going around here. And we even have a little red roof with a place to put the police helicopter. Now over here, I do believe we have the industrial district of the city. So we've got sort of like blank buildings. We've got this tower with some windows in it and a space to put the police helicopter. Doesn't really get any characteristics there. And we also have this one, which is accessible through this tile. Maybe a fire station. It could be a fire station, or it could just be a red building. We've got these textured bricks set into them as well. Now over here is something that's more recognizable because it has a little printed letter piece over here with these blue lines and red stamp. It's the post office. So this post office looks quite of a modern post office. Look at it. I mean, it's got white and stuff like that. It's got the post logo over there, of course. However, it's got this like little modern block of the building set into the side of it like that, which you know what, it gives me inspiration to make one of my own buildings like that, mate. Now over here at the back of the city, we have a pizza place. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Because it has a big pizza on it. This is the old yellow and red pizzas that they used to use in the time, printed with some little olives stuck on there or something like that. That's got a really interesting build for the pizza place, which is sort of like a triangular wedge piece stuck sideways like this with a pizza on it and stuck in the center with these jumper plates as well. Really breaking this down. Now over here on the other side, we have the jewelry shop with a little red gem for the logo to make sure that we know it's a jewelry shop. That's got some little trans white pieces to be windows for it as well. We also have another police start point with another one of those printed tile pieces. And over here we have some trees on this dark grey base plate over here. Over here, this building is another one of those futuristic style buildings, just like the office one, with a bit of an overhang. Let me just take that off to have a closer look at that. It's got some little windows set inside there, some red, and the little spot over here for the police helicopter as well. And right over here, we've got by far one of the most favorite part of the criminals, and it is the bank. I assume it's the bank because it's got one of the 13th $100 bill in this set stuck onto the side of it. And it's pretty modern as well with these dark black translucent bricks intermingling with regular black bricks to make it look really nice and modern. And there we go. We've covered the whole city apart from one little thing. Now, in the instruction booklets, I do remember from so long ago, because this was a really big part of my childhood, playing with my mom, you know, playing cops and robbers and stuff like that. But anyways, you can also put the little jail that we have here into the city rather than just standing on its own. We just need to move these trees over to maybe over here so we can decorate the city park, and we can just shove it right next to this red building over here. So now it's sort of inbuilt into the city as well. Now, what you can do, or what the instruction booklet does suggest, that if a if a criminal were to stand over here, they could break out one of their buddies that's already in jail. How about that? But that's the end of our video, so I hope to show more in the future. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and until next time, salutations!